What is the biggest myth that society has about black fathers that we're sick and tired of?
And what I learned in life is the more I focused on the mother of my children and I made sure she was good, she was able to reciprocate that.
What up, Paula?
And then when my kids saw it, they were able to see like, oh, that's what a loving relationship looks like.
This is like my first time really doing this by myself and all that. Can y'all hear the video that's playing right here?
The stage is what?
Or is it like super faint? Like, can you only hear it through this?
I can release my pain where you don't even know I'm crying.
Yeah.
I know how it is for somebody to take some food off my plate. I held my daughter when she was a baby. They cut me, literally cut me.
Jeez.
I'm holding her. Don't know where the next check comes in.
I got 10 of them.
See, but
Hold on,
see,
wait, up.
he's populating and manipulating.
I was dying.
You have how many?
I got 10. So
You and your girl.
me and my girl. Come on, Kirk. Damn,
If I got too loud, I can turn it down.
What that mean?
He don't live a traditional lifestyle.
GP, are you with me?
Okay, first of all, what I love about this, man, is that I follow all these guys organically across all platforms. So to see them all getting together, and I haven't seen this yet. I've seen a couple of clips, but I wanted to react to it in real time. Since they're talking about fatherhood, and this is Beleaf in fatherhood, I wanted to see what these guys were talking about. So, yeah.
What's up, King? Man, bro, thank you for coming.
Come on now.
I'm a big fan.
When the God calls, I'm gonna show up.
I'm a big fan, bro.
Come on, man.
I'm a big fan. You gotta understand, I love what you do.
Me and my mama, I'm talking about elementary school car rides.
Uh-oh.
Come on now.
Oh, you just made me sing the citizen. That's what I'm saying. But thank you. Yo, man. Hey.
You know, it's crazy. Like, though I'm grateful to be, you know, in some of these conversations, I love being home. Like, I want to be home forever. Like, I am not missing out by not being there. But I am really excited for this, for sure.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I'm what people say.
You know what? Listen, y'all gotta stop that. Y'all gotta stop that.
Everybody done said that.
Everybody that said,
Come on, man. That's your slogan, man.
well, but you know what? You can say hi. You can just say hi.
OG, you know what you know I rock with you,
Yo,
man.
it's crazy because I know that, like, people who are, you know, super popular artists and stars, they all want to be treated normal. Like, just please treat me like we're just meeting for the first time and it's regular. But it's dope to see that. Admiration for Kirk Franklin, man, who's been steady doing the same thing for years and always progressing and always staying in the top, man. It's super dope to see.
Thank you, man. As busy as you are. Look, you know this boy right here.
He'll stop.
Man,
He'll stop.
he's hilarious. Yo, man.
He'll stop.
What's up, boy?
What's good?
Wow.
What's up, man? Come on into the
Pickles?
crib.
Some smell good.
Hot pickles.
What's happening, boy?
Taste buds.
One of the
That was a real
dopest
one, man.
actors in the game.
Everybody
One
taste
of the
buds is all
dopest
off.
actors in the game.
My God, you look good though.
Thank you.
When's the last time
That
you
was a
worked
real
out?
one.
Been a long time, huh?
Last night I worked. Literally, I worked because
ain't no
I
hot
was
feeling.
be on a little bit of camera.
Hey, I feel you.
You look good, boy.
I'm trying to stay in shape, you know what I'm saying? Get the dad body
Ain't no
going.
deal, pickle.
Chef Sean.
That's a goddamn hot pickle. Man, him friend.
Chef Sean.
Bro,
I'm gonna be real.
And you know what's
West
crazy?
side of
I've been
Atlanta.
in one of these conversations before. The food is so good. Like, the food is so good. I don't know how people, like, talk. I was just sitting there eating because the food was so crazy. So I don't even know what's on the menu, but I bet you I can make it. I'm really into food, man.
Hot pickles.
This is an interview called Welcome to the Den. I think it's with Kirk Franklin, Lou Young, DC Young Fly, and DeVal, and then Kountry Wayne comes in. And I was tagged in one of the clips, and I was just like, man, I should just watch the whole thing. Yvette wants to watch it with me and my wife, but I really wanted to get the stream going because I was like, man, I've been wanting to start streaming for a while, and now I finally got my little setup in the new house. So, yeah, we watching this right now.
It's 98 degrees outside. Why would you give me a hot pickle?
you don't eat hot pickles.
Spicy?
It's a little tangy.
Listen, man.
So why would you pick it up and
I need 2 more years.
Oh!
What's up with it?
What's up, kid?
Hey, man. The man himself.
How you doing?
We got slave plates.
Thank you, King.
Nah, man.
What?
We got slave
Man,
plates.
you one of the funniest boys on the planet.
Legend, man. Down by the riverside.
These
We
are all comedians,
Oh, man, you remember that song?
except for the Val.
like, man, remember
what type of
your
dip
whole
this
season,
is.
I still listen to it.
Thank you, King. It's an honor to have you, man.
Nah, I appreciate you. You know we couldn't say, you can't say, I can't say no to you, man.
Well, you're a great talent. You're a super great talent, man.
Vegan.
Show them what you got. Show them what you got.
Oh, got some delicious wilted kale.
Let's see this to eat.
Got some bona fide vegan
Now,
oxtail.
watch this.
Especially for you.
You do have an African American man that's a vegan.
That's a rare.
I've never met one
that's a
before in my
rare.
life.
I think it's the second one.
I've never
I
met
know he
one
was
before in my life.
vegan.
You're like a rare species.
I'm from the country though, so I ate rabbit,
See?
squirrel,
You
so I
ate
ate so much.
Yeah, I ain't
I
never
don't
seen no
experience all the
vegan
meat.
oxtail.
Me neither, bro. I ain't even.
So that's vegan.
We've got-
There's no butter or nothing. Everything vegan.
Yeah, everything.
Hey yo, look how
Have me-
disappointed DC Young Fly looks at this. He said, "I ain't never seen no vegan oxtail."
See?
Look at
Squirrel,
You
so
ate
I ate so much.
Yeah, I ain't
I
never
don't
seen no
experience all the
vegan
meat.
oxtail.
Me neither, bro. I ain't even.
So that's vegan.
He looks pissed.
We've got.
There's no butter or nothing. Everything vegan.
Yeah, everything vegan. Yes.
Have meat ever been cooked in that
Listen
pan?
to me. It's just for you. We're not
It's a
playing.
brand new pan.
Okay,
Brand
yeah.
new pan.
Oh man, I appreciate
That's
that.
for you. We
When
eat
did you?
nothing.
When did
So
you
wait a
vegan?
I came vegan like 2015.
So they changed the whole menu just for him.
For no reason.
So you ain't never cheated. In 10 years, you never cheated.
Nah,
You ain't never
I ain't
had.
gonna lie
He
for the
put me
Kirk.
on vegan noodles. I ain't even know they had vegan noodles.
You ain't never had like wolf.
Noodles was vegan.
So you never went and had chicken back after you was done?
Oh, I still want to have some chicken. Like I be.
You tripping. That's why you stopped.
No, I be looking at chicken videos.
That's real discipline, though.
You watch chicken video.
I watch chicken videos, lemon pepper. I watch.
I just
Oh,
got back
I
on
just
the
thought you
chicken.
watched videos of
I just
chicken.
got back on the chicken.
That's
Best
crazy.
decision of my life.
Yeah.
Best decision of my
So
life.
man, y'all man, just get whatever you want, man. Just get in, get down.
I'm so hungry.
It's
I'm just trying to
family.
figure out what
Family.
we can eat.
Are they at Kirk's
So man, right
house?
before we eat, which one of you brothers would like to bless the food?
Come on,
We're
Ed.
gonna-
Yo, thank you, Kiara. I think I'm gonna watch some of this and then probably have Yvette jump in with me, so she can watch it too. Or I might just watch some of it. I know one thing I was supposed to do was start to look at my old videos, so I was gonna start from like the first episode of Beleaf in Fatherhood and watch like episode 1, just to kind of like break down fatherhood, right? Like I've been not just obsessed with myself as a father, but how other men parent. We have no, like, dads do the worst job passing down, what they think other fathers are supposed to know. It's like, oh, it's gonna rock your world. It's gonna change your life. It's gonna, you'll never sleep again. But they don't tell you, like, nah, man, like, you're gonna develop multiple hearts and you won't know how to juggle them. Like, they won't tell you super important things. So I've been obsessed with breaking out fatherhood, because if you don't, we have people in situations like what happened with Nelly recently when he talks about he doesn't change diapers. Now, I haven't seen that full clip. I just heard about it and I've seen people reacting to it. But like, if you don't explain what fatherhood and parenting and all the transition is like, you really don't know. And a lot of our parents weren't really in it. Like, they were just, around it. Like, some of our mothers were, but the fathers, like stay-at-home fathers, super active, engaged fathers in general, like, that is a new type of thing, probably within the past 10, 15, 20 years, So I wanted to break this down because I really feel like some of the conversations, might need a little bit of expertise from my expertise. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm the perfect father or anything like that, but I'm obsessed with fatherhood and I've been studying fatherhood for a long time.
Right.
Good Lord, thank you for everyone's taste buds.
Close your eyes, Lou. Close your eyes.
For the vegans, for the non-vegans.
Yes.
Let this food be for the reason of the season. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Reason of the season with no season.
Reason for the season is the vegans.
So man, I got one first question I want to ask y'all as we get down.
Okay, so Kirk is running the interview. I didn't know that.
I want to know, what is the biggest myth that society has about black fathers that we're sick and tired of, that you want to address and be able to let know that it is the biggest myth ever about black fathers?
That we ain't there.
I'm about to say.
I'm just gonna say that we deadbeats.
We might not be there. We be across the street, grandma's house somewhere. Like,
Down the street.
we might not be in the house.
Fact of the matter is, studies show that black fathers are the most present in their kids' lives.
Really?
Your talk, man.
That's beautiful.
Amongst all demographics.
Wow.
On top of that, single fathers have a higher graduation rate and lower incarceration rate than single moms and dual family households combined. That is a fact.
They ain't gonna like that.
So
Man, I gotta look up that.
if you
I
were raised in a
graduated
house,
Georgia Tech, so in a
so you know.
So then with those stats really being relevant now, where is this myth still continuing to come from, you think?
Narratives. Think about it, right? We all watch TV. Everything that we consume comes from either through a phone, TV, or film, right? There are people who have agendas, right? And part of that agenda is creating a separation between men and women in our communities. It's always been that way. It is a fact. We can't act like it's not the case. It is the case. The easiest way to disturb the distribution of black wealth from generation to generation is to eliminate the nuclear family. How do you eliminate the nuclear family? You take the father out the home.
Yes.
So if you want to, if you
Okay. So we're talking about the importance of fathers being there, right? And they all just admitted, like, the fact that the biggest thing that is a problem is how it's it's perceived that we're not there, right? Like, that's one of the most frustrating things. So how do we work that when I know there's a point in here where Kountry Wayne talks about him having multiple baby moms, multiple children. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we reconcile that? I don't know.
You want to show a race of people, right, who are dysfunctional, you constantly show them on TV in one way.
Yes.
Which means when you have producers who are creating shows, who's going to be the villain? The black
Yes.
guy. Who the rapist? The black guy. Who the absentee father? The black guy.
Yeah.
Because they get to choose those
I
things.
think people in pain.
Okay, so that's the point. That's why Beleaf in Fatherhood exists. That's why I started creating the content, because I promise you, they not going to tell our stories right. They're not going to tell our stories right. They're going to twist it and make us look like the enemy or the can't get right. And, no disrespect, but this is why I can't watch anything affiliated with Tyler Perry. I can't. He doesn't make films for like fathers who are present. You know what I'm saying? Like, every single film I've seen in piece of content I've seen from Tyler Perry, except when he's the protagonist, not in the Medea movies, but something else. Like, it seems as if there's this, like, it's this thing where he has to put the black man as the opposition immediately. You know what I'm saying? And so I refuse to let my story be told by anyone that has a different motive than showing normal black life. Like, normalizing black life and not making it, the apex of, athleticism or the lowest of the low. Like, just regular black life. Seinfeld, but black. Like, make it black. Like, I cherish moments where we can normalize us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are not normal to so many people. I remember one time I've been going to this church for a long time, and then somebody was just walked up to me, and after a while they were like, "Yo, I really appreciate what you're doing." This is a white guy, super Republican, right? White guy. "I really appreciate what you're doing. Thank you so much for giving me a window in. Like, thanks for just showing us what it was like to be black." And I'm like, "What? Like, what did you think we were doing?" You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta normalize it, and that's why I understand. I got beef with the families against people against family vloggers, because you have to normalize like what life looks like, because we don't do a good job passing down what we experience. Like, fathers don't tell their stories. "Hey, son, I did this because of this, and I was scared because of this, and that comes from my childhood. I'm sorry I did that. I apologize. I'm trying to move away from this habit. This is why I'm in therapy." So I'm gonna need a little bit of time when I get home to relax so I can at least digress. That's the type of stuff that we have to do. Like as a father today, we have to make those type of adjustments and just keep communicating, over communicate, because we assume that everyone knows how we feel. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox and listen to these gentlemen, because these are some good men here.
They speak louder than people in peace. So people who don't have a father. Like when you get cut with something, you gonna holler. But when you're okay,
I think I missed that.
Who be the villain? The black guy. Who the rapist? The black guy. Who the absentee father? The black guy. Because they get to choose those things.
I think people in pain speak louder than people in peace. So people who don't have a father. Like when you get cut with something, you gonna holler. But when you're okay, you gonna walk and float. So I think people who don't have that, they speak louder than they take that. It's like some of the things more popular in the culture ain't that lucrative. And some of the things that, the opposite. So I think that's what it is. I think it gets out there because that's the loudest thing.
Do you ever have something that you have to reshape even in the
I
thinking
think
of your
it gets
kids
out there
when
because
it
that's
comes
the
to father?
loudest thing. I think it gets out there because that's the loudest thing. Let me understand this. I really want to understand this. I'm gonna turn it up just a tad bit because I can't hear it. I gotta adjust this real quick. Sorry. And go.
Popular in the culture ain't that lucrative. And some of the
Things that are most popular in the culture ain't that lucrative. Okay.
you're gonna walk and float. So I think people who don't have that, they speak louder than they take that. It's like some of the things more popular in the culture ain't that lucrative.
That is a good point. I never thought about that.
And some of the things that, the opposite. So I think that's what it is. I think it gets out there because that's the loudest thing.
Do you ever have something that you have to reshape even in the thinking of your kids when it comes to a father? Like, does it frustrate you sometimes when it may come across like you don't put in the same amount of work as maybe like their mom or like their grandparents? Like, do you feel like sometimes you have to defend your position?
All right, okay. Let me tell you something about this. These men are all my assumption is that they're all like super successful in their own way, so they can't be present all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's just my assumption. But what he's bringing up right now is like, yo, are you feeling some type of way because of how things are compared? Like,
I think with parenthood it's a learning experience. Nobody really have all the answers.
Facts.
And even we all fathers, and everybody can take note to this. We'll learn from each other when we see something do. When we
that's the point.
see one do with a child, you like, I'm gonna try that with my child.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what? I be on my phone too much. I like how you interact with your child.
Absolutely.
Let me put my phone
Absolutely.
down.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, we have to look for things that can make us better fathers instead of looking at the narratives that's put out there, because we don't really know. We're trying to do something more that we didn't have when we was coming up.
Yeah. Yes,
And my father wasn't a bad father. Nobody has the real definition of what true love or what true fatherhood is.
That's a fact.
So if that was his love language,
No one has the definition of true love and true fatherhood. No one? All right. I mean, I think you can define that in your own household. You know what I mean? Like, true love, true fatherhood. Like, what does love look like, right? It's patience, it's kindness, it's sacrificial, it is attentive, it is careful, it is confrontational, right? I think we could all collectively come up with the definition of love, but true love for your own household has to be defined, and that's why it's important for your family to have a mission statement. I think true fatherhood is also defined by how you present it to your family. Like, you could tell your family, like, hey, like, the expectations for me as a father, like, here's where I need you to, hold me accountable. I want to be at all your games. I want to do this. I want to do that. Here's where I'm going to drop the ball, and I need you to help me, right? So even, true fatherhood can be broken down differently, right? If you change everyone's expectation. Community, like, this is like, fatherhood is true leadership. You know, it's not just leading your family, it's leading yourself, right? Like, it's true leadership. And it comes from a servant's capacity, is my perspective. But I'm addicted to this, so I'm like nerding out on this stuff.
Language. I'm gonna sit here and say he did that well.
Mm-hmm.
No matter if I looked at the other person, I'm like, dang, well, I wish my daddy did that. Hey, but your daddy is doing this.
So your dad was there.
Yes, my daddy was there.
Was your dad there?
My father was there.
Was your dad there?
My dad was there, but
What?
his father wasn't there for him, but he was there for me and my siblings. So he made up.
Grandfather.
Like, where's there though? Somebody at my house?
Where is there? Where is there? That is not a difficult question.
I'm trying to figure out.
I mean,
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean.
though.
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean.
Okay.
I know what you mean.
Tell me what.
Right.
Tell me what it was for you. When I say was your dad there, how does that register for you?
I think I knew he was at it all times. Well, a lot of times, and
He's talking about a location. I think, Kirk, the question is a presence. You know what I'm saying?
you know, he used to go. You know, we used to spend time with each other sometimes. So to me, he was there. But I feel like it's some people daddy who there and still ain't there like somebody who ain't there, because if you're not there here, like my family partied all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So even when they was there,
He wasn't present.
they never was there, but he was there when he was there. Like,
You know what's crazy? Some people will be like, yo, my dad wasn't there. And sometimes that's not a bad thing, depending on who your father is. And I'm not trying to say advocating for fathers not being there. I'm just saying that sometimes what you think you needed, you know, could have been detrimental. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not trying to give anybody any leeway, but it's just a thought I think about sometimes.
if that make any sense?
No,
I understand.
I understand. I
Yeah,
understand
but,
what Wayne's saying.
Sit down.
I can't, you know what's crazy? When I look at Country Wayne, I can't tell if he's joking or not, like all the time, because he has a face like he's always about to laugh.
We'll say this though,
I'm so
too.
glad you said that.
Yeah.
I was,
First of all, I'm gonna get some of this rice first.
DLE. Sometimes they shouldn't
Nobody's
be there.
gonna
I wonder what you mean by
be
that.
the perfect father. Nobody's gonna be the perfect parent. Nobody's gonna be the better parent. Like even when in the household, like all that, who you love more, cut that out. Cause now you training the child.
Social media. and
Right,
stuff.
you training the child to say, now I can pick and choose who I want to be with more, or this person don't allow me to do something, I'm gonna go to father, I'm gonna go to mommy.
But that's manipulation though. Like when you got two separate households.
Right.
I grew up in two separate households. Now I'm raising a child in two separate households.
Yeah. How do you deal with that?
So I know what you're doing. So I gotta like put myself in my daughter's shoes.
Right.
She only 8, so she gonna try it. I'm not
Sorry, my man.
gonna get upset at her for trying it. You gonna try it and you're gonna bump your head. I'm gonna put a little ice on there and I'm gonna tell you why this not gonna work.
Right.
And then I'm gonna show you what can work.
Right.
You ain't gotta manipulate me versus your mom or your mom versus me. That's to get what you need.
that's the part. I was a manipulative child.
You see what I'm saying?
So I'm talking about I used to get in trouble when my uncle Chunk had died. And to get out of trouble, they used to be like, what's wrong with you acting out like my uncle? I miss him. So I know how children play them games too. So it's like, you know,
And then that's when you whoop them.
I ain't want to say this on camera, but
I mean, we grown. That was
I
wrong.
whipped mine at a young
Discipline.
age. My children, they listen to me. And I got 10 of
See,
them.
but see,
I whipped mine at a young age. Okay. Let me see what the chat's saying. Depending on how they are living their own life and environment they surround themselves with, shouldn't be brought around their kids. So they shouldn't be there sometimes, negative influences, right? Right. You got men in their second childhood, you know, still trying to be young, you know, maybe doing things that aren't appropriate for kids to be around. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, all that stuff is a journey too. So I have a lot of grace for that. I just think, you know, sometimes if two people stay together, it can be detrimental for a house. You know what I'm saying? It could be real bad. Like, I don't know how things would have worked out if my dad stayed, even though I know I needed him, right? And I'm saying that he had joint custody, so I would visit during the summers. I think someone's here. Let's see. Are we supposed to watch a movie with the kids tonight? So I'm gonna have to cut this short because I'm moving slow. I'm only 10 minutes in. It's an hour and 30-minute video. Kids got to go to sleep and they just pulled up. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, hold on.
What's wrong?
This not gonna work. And then I'm gonna show you what can work.
Oh,
You
whipping
ain't gotta
kids. Whooping kids. Okay. Let me tell you something, man. I am not a spanking advocate. I don't think spanking is right. I understand why people do it. And the reason is, I believe the reason is because they don't have time to train. Okay. The reason why you get so frustrated is because you don't know how to teach this person not to do what they did. So you give them a penalty for messing up, right? Totally understand that. But if you had the time, right, to train them and say, hey, this is why this is bad for you. This is what the ripple effect. This is what causes it. And depending on the child's developmental behavior, it may take them a few lessons, or it could take them one lesson to train them to not do that. I started out as a spanking father. Early on, I would be like a popping, like, plucking, all that stuff. I don't need to do that. I don't do that anymore. It's not necessary. But the effect of it, hey, baby, I'm live right now, so just so you know. The effect of that is Theo was spanked. So the rumor is dad don't play. And that's not a great thing, right? I don't want my children to fear me. I wish I could have started and never spanked him at all and just learned how to have more patience in teaching, but I didn't know any better. But I do now, so I changed. But let's hear what they got to say.
Relate me versus your mom or your mom versus me. That's to get what you need.
That's the part. I was a manipulative child.
You see what I'm saying?
So I'm talking about I used to get in trouble. My uncle Chunk had died. And to get out of trouble, they said, like, what's wrong with you acting out like, my uncle? I miss him. So I know how children play them games too. So it's like,
And then that's when you whoop them.
Yeah. Nah. Nah. I mean, I have a couple manipulators. I like to do physical training, right? So if my children start manipulating, then I have conversations. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to spank. You just pinch them. No. I do none of that. Do nothing. You guys can play fight and all that stuff just, for play. But like when combat is taught as a form of discipline, then combat will be how you solve problems. You know what I'm saying? If someone cuts you off on the road, you're ready to fight. If somebody says something you don't like, you're ready to fight. Like, it doesn't teach people how to have resolve and follow instructions. Do you have a video talking about how you discipline the kids? If not, would you consider making one? Absolutely. I think I have a few videos. We're going to go back. We're going to go back through the archives and start looking at each Beleaf in Fatherhood episode one by one. I need to figure out a time to do that. I think I'm going to do it daily because I got so many episodes. But, yeah, I'll find it for you, Paula. And then, because you are always talking to me on Instagram, I'll make sure I send it to you when I find it. All right, let's keep listening. You guys gonna come down here like, all right, babe, what's for dinner?
I ain't want to say this on camera, but
We grown. That was wrong.
I mine at a
Discipline.
young age. My children, they listen to me, and I got 10 of
See,
them.
but see,
Oh, he said,
Mine at a
discipline.
young age. My children, they listen to me, and I got 10 of
See,
them.
but
okay. So he beat his children early. He spanked his children early. They listened to him. He's got 10 kids, all right? I have a 1-year-old, and my plan is to not spank, pinch, or hit. I don't like the idea of it. Okay, but what's your plan, Lisa? By the way, I'm not yelling. Can't see.
see,
You got how many kids?
Down by
man
the
still
river- down by the
manipulating.
riverside.
That's what's going on. He's populating and manipulating.
I was down.
You have how many kids?
I got 10. So
You and your girl
I'm
got 10 kids?
Me and my girl.
Kirk think he's slick. He knew what was going on.
Come on, Kirk. Down by the riverside.
What that mean?
Yeah,
Nah. My dad had a lot of kids. I got a lot of kids. So I had 7 kids by the time I was 22.
Dang, that's a lot of kids, yo. 7 kids by 22. Goodness gracious. Oh, Lord. Of course he was spanking. He didn't know, man.
And what happened?
You don't miss, my boy.
Jesus
22.
Christmas.
But I'm asking though, so you and your girl decided to have a lot of kids?
Girl. No, I got a lot of baby mamas.
There it is. Baby mamas. All right, let's hear it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
the queen of the children, because they don't like when I say that.
Facts.
Okay.
Yeah, I stopped saying baby mama.
You gotta say queen of the children. I say queen of the children.
Now,
Queen
was
of the
this
children. Let's make it cute. Good question. Timeouts. Taking away her favorite items. Being patient enough to repeat myself over if I have to. Finding out what works best for her temperament. I don't know. I that's what I like. I don't know. I don't know the plan. That's the most realist answer there, because man, them kids will play with your mind. I got 4 different kids, 4 different, very different kids, all play different mind games, all on a different frequency. We got one, Uzi's the powder. He's gonna make sure that you know he felt real bad about what he did. He gonna cry before you can say, was that a good idea? He gonna start crying. And you're gonna have a little bit of sympathy, but you gotta keep the heat on, because the oldest one is watching him, and he said he'd get away with everything. And then you got Uriah. Uriah don't care about nothing. He's nonchalant. Yeah, I did it. So what am I? Okay, Dad, fine. Like, he does not care. So then you gotta kind of adjust his attitude. Hey, bro, I don't like it when you talk to me like that. We can't just get over that. I need you to change how you speak to me. That's rude. You know what I'm saying? You don't care? Fine. Neither do I. Go in your room. Like, and that's what I resort to, because I'm impatient. But I gotta like give him the space, and then I have to sit with him. The best way to get through to Uriah is work out together. Like, that is my avenue with him, right? Anaya, tears immediately, weaponizes the emotions, very good at it. But I am learning how to communicate with her. This is probably my most difficult person to discipline, because I'm like, she's a curveball, man, in the middle of a bunch of boys, and so I have a hard time with her. I literally, because sometimes she doesn't blow it often, but when she blows it, it's like bad. You know what I'm saying? Theo, you just talk to him, and when you talk to him, you got to make him like really make him understand what you're saying. But at the same time, like, he's getting to that age, they're like both like preteens, kind of, Theo and Uriah. Like, I have to like let him know, like, hey, like, because you did this, I don't trust you with this, so I can't allow you to do this, and so you're just gonna have to deal with it. And it's happened like recently. Like, one time he elbowed his sister in the face. It was super unnecessary. So he was supposed to go to his friend's house, and he wasn't able to go. I had to take my meds. And so that ended up being that. That was the best way I dealt with it. I think that was a good idea. But at the same time, I'm still learning. It is still a process. It is still a process. Anyway, let me relax.
By choice? Like, did you like do you have non-traditional relationships with these women?
Oh yeah, most of them stay close around me. One of the mothers of my kids, she stay in Kansas City, but most of them they stay right around my house. So it's like they got keys to my house.
All 7 got keys to your house.
Running like
I
a
only
king.
got 5 baby mamas.
And all 5 of them have keys to the house.
2 of them, because they.
All right. Okay. All right. This, I don't know how this is going to go, but I've seen this kind of rhetoric, and I think it's dangerous. I think it's dangerous for just young men. like if we normalize a lifestyle where we don't have like a nuclear family, and we normalize a like, hey, this is like a network, like that's very dangerous because that's not something a lot of people can upkeep. Now, maybe Country Wayne, I know he's extremely successful, so I know he could probably keep up this lifestyle, but it's not normal for somebody to do this, right? So your Country Waynes, your Nick Cannons, your Cam Newtons, obviously Country Wayne's just answering a question Kirk asked him, but this is not something we should be promoting. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense long term because from a child's, like at least from my child's perspective, like time is everything, and it's almost impossible for you to get the necessary time that child needs, like with their father, when there's so much operations going on in a family. So, yeah, let's see.
They got the most kids. It's 3 and 3.
He finna
And
start something.
they kids stay with me.
He finna start.
Yeah,
Hold
some
on
of
now.
us suffer.
How does
I'm
that
with
work?
Kirk.
Huh?
How does that work? No, all seriousness. If separate baby mamas
Right.
got the key,
I'm
Cause-
gonna just eat.
like I got a key lock on my door, right? A combination code. I know who got the code, and I still get paranoid. If I had multiple baby mamas, but the spirit of the house is intact though.
Oh, this is a beautiful spirit.
Yeah.
That's why, okay.
He
Gotta
about to
keep-
tell you why. Watch.
Cause the kids are there, so I can't take everybody to school. So their mom got open access. She might come wash one of my kids. She might come wash Zarya's clothes because she let her clothes pile up. So
All the kids stay at the house?
it's basically like a community.
Is that what he's saying? All the kids stay at the house? And the baby mom, the queens of the motherhood? Queens, mothers. Baby mothers just live around there and they come?
It was a.
Family structure.
It could have been an ugly situation, but I feel like
How'd you make it beautiful?
Jesus.
Honesty.
Honesty.
How do you make it beautiful? Jesus. Well,
It was really Jesus. I tell everybody, no matter what situation you in, we all gonna put ourselves in a mess.
Right.
I'm just straightforward about my mess. You know, and my
Okay.
sins turn into wins. Because
Hold on. Let's let that marinate. That's good right there. It's because as humans, sometimes we really do try to quantify sins. You know what I'm saying? We try to make one sin this, another sin that, but the truth is, I love how you said that because, like, we're all sinners.
oh yeah, for sure.
And need of grace every day.
For sure.
Brother, if you knew my sins, you know what I mean? It's like I don't ever want anyone to think that because you do something for a living that you just all right. It's like, bruh, you know, there is a need for God's grace on my life, just like need of your life every day. So your level of transparency and vulnerability is very impressive as a black man.
Because it sent me to G.
yeah, I just wonder practically how that works, man. Like, how do you do that? I don't know how that works.
I was supported
And I don't want to. I honestly, straight up, I do not want to know how that works.
make you go find them. So,
Courtroom, like being in that courtroom.
I don't know nothing about
You know, see,
Let me open that for you.
no, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Yo, welcome Black Chat. We're going through this Den of Kings, Kirk Franklin, DC Young Fly, DeVal Ellis, Courtney Wayne, and Lou Young. They're talking about fatherhood. And because I'm a fatherhood advocate, it's like really important to me just to understand what other fathers are doing and how they're making it through. You know what I'm saying? This is not a journey you want to go through alone. And so I believe that the best way to go through this type of stuff, if you are a father, you want to be a better father, be in community. These brothers are going to strengthen each other in a way that is going to be powerful for them, man, especially if they're able to connect and grow afterwards. Like, this is going to be a really good, collection of people, you know what I'm saying, to grow together. And they're going to be able to edify each other. So, yeah.
But see,
pray for a drink of water too?
Huh?
You pray for a drink of
Man,
water?
just
Man, he was for the tape. Wayne was on my show, and that's first time I see somebody pray for
no, this
water.
me.
Listen, I pray for food.
Yeah, this me.
I ain't never prayed for no liquor gang. I ain't gonna lie, that's a new one.
So watch this.
You got 10 kids, about
Yeah, 10 kids.
many kids.
10 kids will make it, man, it'll make you, but I'm gonna be honest though, what I learned by having my kids, every time I put them first, my life elevate.
Wow.
And I had to learn how to put them first by putting myself first. And I tell,
Oh, that's a bar.
Wow.
and I had to learn how to put them first by putting myself first. And I tell, I had to put me first.
Put you first.
I had to put me first, because I feel like you only can love somebody as much as you love yourself.
Man, I swear, man, people who talking cold bug me. What are you saying, bro? What, every time I put them first,
Elevate.
I elevate. Every time I put them first, I elevate.
Every time I put them first, my life elevate.
My life elevate, right? Boom.
And I had to learn how to put them first by putting myself first. And I tell,
I had to learn how to put them first by putting myself first. All right, that's a bar. I like that.
I had to put me first.
Put you first.
I had to put me first, because I feel like you only can love somebody as much as you love yourself. So I feel like if
You only could love somebody as much as you love yourself. I disagree with that, man. I think there's a thing called idolatry. You know what I'm saying? Where you would worship other things and make them your primary, and make that your primary obsession and love and focus. And you're gonna love that more than you love anything else. And so, but I think I understand what he's trying to say. But these type of dudes, man, they so slick. No disrespect to them, you know what I'm saying? But it's like talking in code. It's very like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you end up just getting ear fatigue and being like, yeah, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like these type of conversations, like it bugs me. It bugs me so much.
if my dad and my mama and them was doing a lot of other things in life, I'm like, they only could give their love. They were giving me their love. But they love just, if I got $500, I can't give you $1,200 unless I go put myself in debt. And I feel like when you borrow your debt from yourself, that's what create anxiety, stress, which allow diseases to be more prone in your body. So I feel like you only can love somebody much as you love yourself. And once I start putting myself first, you know, getting into the word and all this, I learned how to put my kids first, and that's when my life elevated. And I feel like my parents, I don't have nothing against them because they didn't know.
To each his own, man. I don't really know what that means, but I respect what he's saying.
was trying. I remember my mom, right, some months before she passed, she was trying everything to find that. She was going to church and everything, but she didn't know the only thing you had to do is put yourself first.
I have a different mentality though.
Okay, share with me yours.
I don't ever put my kids first, right? And it's different. I've been with my wife since I was 18.
He said, I never put my kids first. I understand that.
I don't ever put my kids first, right? And it's different. I've been with my wife since I was 18. So we've been with each other since we was kids.
And how old were you when you got married?
Yeah. I was 26 when I got married.
Okay, so you started 18 and got married.
8 years together.
So y'all had a beautiful opportunity to just be friends for a while.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And I learned through that process that if I try to put myself first as the father, right? Let's be honest, all of us as men will sit here and be like, I'm the man, I'm the leader of the household, right? How could I be the leader and put myself first? That's not what leaders do. Like,
That's not what leaders do, okay.
in my family, my grandfather, Army guy, didn't say much. But one thing I knew, he was putting everybody before himself. Like my grandmother came first, the kids came, and then my grandfather took care of himself. My father did the same thing. And what I learned in life is the more I focused on my partner, the mother of my children, and I made sure she was good, she was able to reciprocate that. And then when my kids saw it, they were able to see like, oh, that's what a living, loving relationship looks like. They were now involved in our relationship the same way. We speak honestly and open in real time. Any issues my kids have, they have the confidence to come to me because they've seen that their mom can come to me and I'm not gonna be like, so it's a safe space.
Wow.
So for me, as a father, it's like, you know what, I wanna create a space where everybody knows that they safe.
But you know where that comes.
All right. Okay, so I have a little story. I remember when Anaya was being born. It was our first time doing a home birth. And I was sitting there like just in the moment, right? And I realized I wasn't gonna agree with what DeVal just said because I'm kind of like, bro, like you shouldn't put your kids first. You can put your wife first, but it's best to put yourself first. But then that's not true because I know people. I'm not saying like prioritize yourself and don't care about anybody else. Even if I'm being like completely honest, thinking of my wife's needs before thinking of myself serves me. Like it serves me as a husband. You know what I'm saying? It serves me as a father. Like thinking about her, I completely understand. So anyway, back to the story. I was like, when you have a hospital birth, right? The father is a non-issue. They have you in there, make yourself comfortable, but they really want you out of the way, out of the room. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. They want you out of the way. That's why you have a doula and you have a midwife. So when we were like experiencing the home birth, Anaya was coming, and instead of waiting for the machine to tell us when the contractions were coming, I swear to you, the Holy Spirit silenced the neighborhood. The birds stopped chirping so that Yvette could push. It was like the Lord was whispering to me, you know, it could be this way all the time. And that's why I prioritize my wife's cycle. Like when because that's the true rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no bedtime. I don't got no wake up time. I do what I got to do. But when that cycle comes, I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in because the house is going to shift. We are all going to shift as she shifts. And so I want to set myself up for success and set her up for success so that she can have the best heart. This is the hardest time of the month. It's going to be the best opportunity I can give her to get through that. Right? Also, I get to serve myself. I get to eat. The kids get to eat, whatever. But I focus on that because I know that is a need I can meet. So I understand what he's saying. Truly.
Comes from even just I'm just hearing both sides, right? Even all of our stories are different.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? We're all raising kids on a different level. Wayne is doing it the right way when it comes to people with different multiple partners, correct? There is a blueprint for love.
What you mean by that? A blueprint for
A
love?
blueprint for love when it's saying, first of all, you got to find Jesus. Jesus is love.
I like where you're going with
You see what I'm saying?
And I would think it's crazy.
Because everybody's doing what they're supposed to do because they're leading off with love. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely, I agree with you on that.
We got 3 different households. Stay with me. I'm finna make 3 different points. But
Walk it out, Doc. Walk it out, Doc.
We got many people with different baby mamas and different baby fathers.
Okay.
There's a way to find love within all
Absolutely.
those units
Absolutely.
where y'all can prosper together.
Yeah, love don't look the same for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I joke around and talk to my wife, like to somebody else, it's gonna bug you. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't find that lovely. And when I look at somebody else, I'm kind of like, bro, I would never experience that or allow my person to experience that. You know what I'm saying? But how you get to that end product looks different. So that's why it's really hard to judge. But yeah.
Let me tell you what is amazing, man. What is amazing? Because how old are you?
I'm 33.
See, now what is amazing is that, you know, now I'm the OG at tables now, which is wild to me. But now I'm the only guy at the table who didn't have his father. So I did not have a father. Didn't have a father, didn't have a mother. And so I was adopted. And then even the lady that adopted me really didn't want me. And so all I knew was the rejection of not being accepted.
Yo, y'all seen that documentary about his dad and his mom? That joint was crazy. That joint was like, how could you not cry watching that? That joint was sad as I don't know what, man. Let me know if y'all seen that, man.
So when I hear you guys talk with the level of confidence and even fluidity, like y'all have a level of confidence to even see life different, to see relationships different. And there's no space for me to judge you. It's just space for me to be able to go, man, I wish I would have had the same type of beginning, because I do believe that the reason why y'all are so confident to think differently is because you had a man somewhere.
Facts.
Yeah,
in your
Pamela. Yeah, that the bio mom. I man, I felt real bad for him to have her, and I also understood a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like having a tough relationship with your mom, will jack you up. So it's interesting to me that he came out. I mean, it's only through Jesus. I believe that he can have the turnaround he did and be so focused on, I would say, godly things. I don't know him, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? So focused on ministry and his family. I don't know what his real life is with his family. You know what I'm saying? I know he did have some issues back in the day with his oldest son, but I could tell you this, man, like the 180 in his life, it's incredible.
My dad.
Yeah.
My dad.
Even his ministry brings families together. Like his music brings genres and age groups together. Super dope.
Yeah. And you can't deny that.
That's real.
Hey, yo, who you on the phone with? Anaya, come here. Who you on the phone with? Oh, okay.
About it, bro. Like growing up, people have action figures or sport figures or heroes. I ain't want to be like Mike. I want to be like my dad.
Me too. Me too.
so
That is a fact.
Dang. I ain't want to be like Mike. I want to be like my dad.
Your dad was around?
Yeah, my dad was
Your
around.
mom and dad married?
Yeah.
You know what's beautiful about, because you know, me and you talk off camera.
He doing
Yeah.
the same thing.
And me and him cool, for real. And I realized what it is. If somebody come from that type of background, I feel like you a vessel to
Yeah.
our relationship go.
No, I'm on live right now.
I was just gonna tell you that Mom said all of us are gonna watch.
Come here, buddy. What movie are we gonna watch?
I don't know. Probably Wild Robot or something.
Wow, Robot. Is that what you want to watch?
No. But I do want to watch the Ninjago movie.
Okay. Is this boogies or a sore? Does that hurt?
No.
Okay, you might want to go pick your nose and wash your hands. W's in the chat for Uzi showing up.
But see, I'm coming from the streets, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? My mom and dad ain't home.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, coming out
Yeah.
the streets, it's a little.
And bro, let me tell you, I
Yeah.
don't think what you're doing is wrong.
Oh, no.
You know
That's what I'm saying. We both.
Yeah, we both agree.
Like, if
Yeah.
somebody, it's a video that went viral when the guy was saying, like, only way you cure a disease is a disease.
Hey, babe, I'm live.
How you do that for?
How I do that for? Look,
Who are you live with?
I don't know how many people are in here, but they're in here, and I'm watching the
Are you guys watching it together?
yes,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. You guys want to see Yvette?
No, they don't want to see me.
You should need to go make yourself that suit.
And
Babe,
then
I
there's
thought we were doing a movie.
Z.
I know.
How far are you into this?
I'm only 20 minutes in.
Oh
It's an hour and
my
20,
goodness.
hour and 30.
It's an hour.
All right, well,
Well, I guess. You
yeah,
guys are
I'm
on
talking
your
to
own.
them. No, I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to the chat. Come here, Theo. You guys got shirts on?
He's asleep. He said you already talked to him.
You guys want to see Theo? He's at his uncle's house. Goodness gracious, you can't see nothing there. Say hi, Theo.
Hi.
Where's Raya? You see any other room?
Who are you talking to? I think you should. No. Wait.
Oh, that's awesome.
What is he doing?
I'm live right now.
Are you live?
Yeah.
He's in his room. I think he's Netflixing right now.
Netflixing. That is not a good
These
thing to
boys
say.
are living, they over there with their doors closed. I said, open them doors.
Yeah, we don't do closed doors,
And
bro.
then they said they're at their uncle's house on vacation.
Did you see them get hit by Rainbow?
I did see them get hit by that thing.
All right, guys, let's let Dad finish his line.
All right,
Hey, and
I gotta go, guys. You know,
No, you don't. Finish your time.
babe, can you make me some chicken and a sriracha aioli?
It would be my pleasure.
She don't really want to make me nothing, y'all.
You just want chicken and
I just want chicken and sriracha aioli.
you don't want no vegetables?
No veg. I can use a little fiber, just like raw spinach. Thanks, babe. And then have some of that soup, and I'll be done in 10 minutes. All right, hold me accountable. Hold me accountable, y'all. We're going to be done in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Let me know when it goes off. 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Yes, the guy
I
on
seen
there
it.
was like,
Yeah.
so basically like, and I think that's why my fan base is I got the church in the hood because I understand both sides. But I'm like, man, when you come from them streets, it's nobody never understand what that poverty in the
Facts.
streets.
I'm gonna tell you why
That goes back to what I was trying to say earlier.
With love,
was
Lito.
the love,
The love, yeah.
our stories are different.
Yes.
but the love is still there.
How you show like, cause I feel,
Okay, I have to go at 7:31. 7:31. Thank you guys so much. All right, real quick. I'm trying to go live, right? But I'm building a live portable set that we can pull around the house. So that's what I'm really trying to work on. This is just something I just figured out recently. But when I get this other joint, the live videos we're gonna be doing as a family is gonna be so fun. More challenges and more like games and stuff like that. But yes, I'm in Towson. Shout out to Towson.
like how you show up with love.
Shout out
when
you.
Just also like, it could be some things that knock that love
Poverty.
off, or like it can wait. It can.
Okay, this video. Let me see if I can put the link up in here, man. Are you guys seeing who text me? Well, it's everywhere now.
It can throw your psyche off a little bit, right?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Love.
Like,
How you
okay,
show up for love
I
for
learned how to show up with love.
Hey, yo, thanks for showing up to the live last week, man. Them game nights were fun. We're going to do them again, but the kids are out of town. The boys are out of town. And I'm going to tell you, the house is a lot different, but we definitely going to bring it back when they get back for sure.
For my daughter's mother, through obstacles that we went through the courtroom,
Right.
right?
Right.
It was rocky,
Right.
very rocky, but we go through that, and 3 years later, you know, my daughter's 8 now, so it took us 3 years to get to a point where we could show up with love,
Right.
and putting the pride to the side. I think be helping that love. a
Because
little
you know what it is, like, we don't know each other for real. We jumped into a serious situation that's gonna have us together for the rest of our life.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know you after 3-4 months.
And
I have
sometimes
to learn you.
Sometimes,
I
like
was
for me,
cool.
I
I
had
was
to
cool, man.
I had to get to know her because she sent me the picture that she was pregnant.
That's what I'm. Now I gotta know you.
so let me-
I do. We getting ready for a Super Bowl.
Right.
But are we
I'm on
answering
a
your
high.
question?
From a
though?
pregame to a Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
I'm on a
to
high.
Super Bowl. Right.
But Luke, but are we answering your question? Like you asked the question. I want
yeah,
to make sure
oh,
you
yeah.
answered it.
I want to answer it, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
And this is a big part that men don't want to talk about. We all got to use better discernment before we lay down with these women.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Come on.
Hold on. Let's let that marinate. Come on. Let's let that
I think we sit on
marinate.
this side for a
Man,
reason.
you got to understand, man, when you having a baby, when you even laying down with somebody, you giving them so much access to your body, to your mind, like to your thoughts. Like you really got to be careful who you lay down with. And then you got to be careful who you make a baby with. Even telling your secrets to. Like you just got to be careful. You can't just be out here sharing stuff all willy-nilly. Like, yo, that was a bar.
But I understand. No, when I look at his relationship, I'm like, man, I really follow you. I'm like, man, that's beautiful.
Me too.
No, it is beautiful.
And
but
coming from certain places, we really wish like, oh, I wish. I'm like, oh, I wish I would have grew up.
Yeah.
In a certain.
And your
environment.
daddy taught you that, though, right?
If I'm being honest, no.
Who taught you that?
So I got a brother. My brother's 2 years younger than me, right? He got 4 kids now, 2 different baby mothers. Grew up in the same house that I did, you know, didn't get married until he met his third woman now that he's married to, right? And I don't want to put my brother out there, but I even had to learn how to have empathy for my brother in the same house. Because I used to look at my brother like, bro, you grew up like me. Why are you making such poor decisions? Then I had to think about it. Me and my brother grew up latchkey kids. Both my parents worked.
I was a latchkey kid. Shout out to walking home from school. Ain't nobody there. Go to the house. You let yourself in. You lock the door. You take all your clothes off. You go pee. You make yourself a fried chicken wing sandwich. Bologna sandwich. Just heating it up. Right in the microwave. Shout out to that. I used to love being a latchkey kid. I was lonely as I don't know what, though. 8 years old by myself at the house. in Baltimore. Crazy.
So my parents was out the house. I got up. I got my brother ready for school. We went to school. I picked him up from school. We got home. My parents didn't get home till 7 o'clock. Me and my brother raised each other in the house. You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets, but I wasn't a street kid. I was in the streets, but I still go do my Rubik's Cube and stuff. My brother was in the streets.
Yeah.
So his life was curated by Flatbush Avenue and Tennis Court, where he grew up. Mine grew up at Andrews Huddy Junior High School with more artistic kids. So I feel like my life was curated by what I saw a lot of times on television because I looked up to things.
Come on now, TV saved me, bro. Unfortunately, all our heroes, we finding out too much about them, man. You don't understand how much I used to wish I was a Huxtable. You know how much I used to idolize Bill Cosby? Y'all don't understand, man. The young people won't understand this. Bill Cosby was a legend. America's father. Used to look at him and be like, dang, I wish my dad was like that. Like, I wish that was my dad. I wish I was Theo. I wish I was, you know, one of them kids. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. Fresh Prince. Like, really wishing you had a rich uncle that could just pull you up out and help you learn some structure. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, I used to love watching TV. I would sit there and like the last episode of the Cosby Show, I cried. Last episode of Fresh Prince, cried. What am I gonna do? Who's gonna raise me?
Right? So just like
That's a shame, y'all.
you said, I looked up, my first film I ever saw was Boys in the Hood. And I watched how much trauma came from that movie,
real.
right? And I remember
What? The first film you saw was Boys in the Hood? What in the world? Thank you, baby.
and I watched how much trauma came from that. So it was Boys in the Hood. Looked
What?
up to things, right? So just like Lou said, I looked up, my first film I ever saw was Boys in the Hood.
The first film. Imagine your first film being Boys in the Hood, man. Where do you go from there, man? That's a hard film to be your first film, man. Come on.
And I watched how much trauma came from that movie,
real.
right?
I appreciate that. I love that. You said you're that father now, just the YouTube version. I appreciate that. Also, I don't like being compared to Bill Cosby at all. But you know what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean?
And I remember it was the scene where Doughboy's mom had 2 kids, 2 different baby fathers, and she treated one different than the other. And I remember saying to myself young, like, yo, I hope nobody ever treats my kid differently because, and then I was like, wait a minute, if I just marry the woman I'm having kids with, I don't have to worry about other people. That's really was the
a wild
impetus for
decision.
me.
That is a fire revelation that DeVal had, and I don't think John Singleton even knew what he was doing when he did that, but that is crazy.
My dad never sat down and said, you need to stay with one woman, and I watched them, but it was the things I watched. And then, not for nothing, I met my wife, and she was like, I want to do this with you.
Sounds like your father, but it sounds like your father taught you about what he did more than what he said.
Him and my grandfather.
That's what I'm saying.
They were good examples, like great examples.
Yeah. And
I love that, man. I love having good examples. That's dope. Let me think. Okay. I don't want to get into it. I'm gonna get into it, not tonight, but about my examples of good fatherhood, good relationships, good parenting. I'm gonna get into that.
and so now let me ask you guys. First of all, did we answer your question?
Yeah.
What? No, we never finished.
We got 2 minutes left, y'all.
What was the question? What was the question?
He said,
No,
how do
we
you
went
leave
on
with
road-
love?
No,
You said, how did he what?
He said, how do you leave with love when you got some
went somewhere.
women who going through these things? And that's when I said we have to use better
Yo,
discernment.
Lou is funny as I don't know what, man. He's probably the funniest guy at that table to me, man. Though he's, oh my gosh, you scared me. Thanks, babe. She brought me food, y'all. Sriracha, chicken breast, and spinach. I'm not gonna eat on this because this is crazy. The way it sounds is crazy.
Discernment
Right.
before we lay down.
Right.
And that was my answer to
What was
you.
your question?
No. Maybe I was asking and answering.
Did you drink some of that stuff?
No. This is water. And I prayed over it. Right.
Think about it.
Okay.
You got sons?
I got a daughter.
Okay, you don't have sons. You have sons?
I have a son.
You have a son. You have sons, right?
I have 2.
2 have 2s, right? So let's answer this question.
Alcohol.
Yes.
Oh no.
You all right?
I want some tea.
Yeah. Let's get him something
Yeah,
non-alcoholic.
give me some for
Yeah. Let's get some Kool-Aid. We got Kool-Aid.
Give me something for
I tell
children
everybody
church.
what you talking about.
For cheerful.
Children church.
Oh, okay. 7:31. 7:31. I'm gonna be a man of my word. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna spend some time with these chocolate babies and my wife. I need to get some more light. But yeah, I got the sriracha chicken breast and spinach. I'm trying to drop 40. I hope you guys have a good night. Protect your life. And remember y'all family's foundation. Spend some time with some loved ones. Make sure they know you matter. Make sure they know they matter to you. Yeah, and I think we're gonna finish this maybe tomorrow. Okay? All right. And matter of fact, in the comment section, I gotta go. In the comment section, please let me know how long y'all want to sit with me when we do this, and then what days and what time of the day works. Holla at ya. Peace.